Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Now. So I went to Arizona for my cousin's wedding and I had a great time and I vlogged it. So let's get into it.
Get him, Black!
Okay, so we're gonna start at the beginning. The airport fiasco. Listen, I have TSA pre-check, so I be zooming through the line, right? But when I travel with grandma, we do the wheelchair for her, so she could just zoom through the line too, right? Okay, cool. So yeah, we flew Spirit. I've had to fly Spirit. Listen, first of all, just real quick side note, Spirit is 10 times better than Frontier. I put my bag, you know, you can only take a personal item, right? I took my bag, put it in the Spirit thing, it slid right in. Took my thing, put it in the Frontier thing, I had to push it down. But it's supposed to be the same size, 18 by 14 by 8, I think, something like that. So Spirit is 10 times better. I'll take Spirit over Frontier any day. Frontier, anyways. So we had to drive to Fort Lauderdale because we have Fort Lauderdale Airport because for some reason Spirit out of Miami was not going to Arizona. And we had to fly Spirit because American, Delta, United, all them trying to charge $700, $800 to go to Arizona. $800 for a domestic flight to Arizona? You never thought. We still ended up paying $260 on Spirit. And then we also purchased check bag. Yeah, everything ended up coming out to like $260 per person, so blah, blah. So we had to fly from Fort Lauderdale Airport. So, okay, we had to drive, mind you, we in the middle of rush hour traffic. If it's one thing that I can't stand, it's traffic. So I'm like, I just prepared my mind for this hour drive to Fort Lauderdale Airport through this traffic. We driving, blah, blah, get there. We had to park my car at Freddie's house because Freddie lived 5 minutes from the airport. Park the car at Freddie's house, call the Uber, take the Uber, go to the airport. All right, cool, we at the airport. Oh, I forgot to say, okay, so when you do the check bag, okay, you know, like on American, it can't be more than 50 pounds. On Spirit, it can't be more than 40 pounds, right? So mind you, it's 2 of us, me and grandma. So we trying to carefully place our stuff in the bag to make sure we good, right? We put the bag on the scale at the house to see, and it came out to like, what was it, like 39? We was like, ooh, pushing it, right? We was cool with that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fast forward back to the airport. So we like, okay, cool. Gotta make sure this bag don't go over. So we put it on the scale by the little check-in thing. You could check in manually. It's talking about something 42. I'm like, wait, hold on, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Ended up going to the counter. So we could tell them that grandma, we need to get the wheelchair for grandma. Put it on the scale, it was 38. I was like, yeah, we did that. Did your 1, 2 on that one, right? All right, cool. Tell them that we need a wheelchair. Got to sit over by where the wheelchairs are. Got grandma in a wheelchair. I'm checking all the stuff. She was finna take grandma like to go on, which I should have told her to go on, but she didn't. She waited for me, so then ended up waiting like almost like, mind you, okay, we got to the airport in like great time. We got to the airport like an hour and 45 minutes before it was time, right? I'm like, okay, cool. If grandma would have went and got through, it would have been straight, because I would have been straight because I got TSA pre-check, but she waited. So then we ended up waiting another 30 minutes for them to come back because it seemed like they only had one person working. Is something on my lip? Oh. They only had one person working. So they had to take whoever gets first, gets to go to the gate. Then they got to come back and get the next person. Mind you, that's 30 minutes chalked up the time I just told you, right? Okay, 1:45, 30 minutes gone. What we at? 1:15. All right, cool. That's still plenty of time because she gonna go through security and I'm gonna go through security, right? I do get through security fine. TSA appreciate it. I love it because you don't gotta take your shoes off, you don't gotta take your stuff out your bag, your computer, your camera, none of that stuff. And I be taking my camera everywhere. So I'll be happy I don't be having to take that stuff out. So I zoomed through, right? I said, grandma, you go ahead, I'm gonna do TSA pre-check. Because you know, if your family can go with the people in the wheelchair and y'all can kind of cut the line, but I let you do TSA pre-check because I'm gonna take my shoes off. Okay, cool. I get through the line, grandma doing her 1, 2 with the guy, taking her through the thing, blah, blah, right? I'm like, dang, I got a whole, okay, by the time I get through, we got an hour and 5 left. Okay, cool. I'm looking at the thing, okay, we supposed to be at G7, right? I come to the thing, I'm like, dang, we got a 5-hour flight. We gotta get some food, like we ain't eat no breakfast. So I'm like, okay, I'm walking to this pizza place. I'm like, I'm not trying to eat pizza, right? I'm like, okay, whatever. Then it was like this Cuban sandwich place. I'm like, I'm not trying to eat that either. Plus the line was long. Well, I gotta get a random screening. I need to find some food cause I'm hungry.
don't know where grandma at, but I need some food for real.
And then I kept walking. I was like, Burger King. I'm like, dang, I guess Burger King gonna have to do, right? Get to the Burger King. It's a long line. I'm like, all right, I got an hour though. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like I have an hour. I'm gonna just wait in the line, blah, blah, blah. Okay, at this point, 50 minutes left, right? Cool.
Let me tell you what's happening. Alright, so I'm in this long ass Burger King line, right? Trying to get food. We supposed to be boarding at 7. It's 6:58.
I'm waiting in the line, waiting in the line. And I'm like, God dang, like, so they got a little kiosk set up. It's not nobody take your order. It's little kiosks, like 4 kiosks. And people is putting their order in, but nobody's getting their food, right? I'm like, dang. Finally, I get to the thing, put my little 1-2 in, and I'm waiting. At this point, it's like, what we had, like 40. We had like 40 now, 40 minutes left. After I put my little 1-2 and I wait for my food, I get a call from grandma. Here go grandma. The man that was taking me through the thing lost my shoe. Can you go back to the thing and find my shoe? I'm like, grandma, I can't. If I leave it, I don't.
Grandma, I went through TSA pre-check. Grandma went through wheelchair. They done lost grandma's shoe. Grandma just sitting there looking crazy.
I'm like, oh, because he took 2 people at one time, right? So the lady was like a military thing. So they ended up having to leave grandma. They left my grandma.
They left you in the car?
Yeah. Ended up having to leave grandma. Took the lady onto the thing because the plane was waiting for her. They came back for her. I'm like, the man gonna come back for you, grandma. Tell him that you lost your shoe. And I'm gonna wait here for the food, because if I leave to go find your shoe and they calling the thing, like, I want y'all to understand, it wasn't like I could just go up at any point in time and be like, oh, did you call Ebony? It was so chaotic. Like, if I left, you was not getting that food. Like, okay, cool.
Telling me to help her find her shoe because the man done left her. The man that was pushing her done left her. And I'm up here at Burger King trying to get this food with this long ass line.
So I'm like, dang, I felt bad for not going to help my grandma, but I'm like, the man is definitely gonna come back for her to take her to the gate. So at that point in time, she could get the shoe. So she fussing him out, telling my son, you hurry up and rushed me and made me lose my shoe. So he went back and go find her shoe, right? Got her shoe, put her on at the gate. All right, cool. I'm still waiting for our food, right? At this point, it's like 35 minutes left. I'm like, all right, dang, cool. Waiting. I'm like, okay, I got 35 minutes till they start boarding. I'm like, okay, I still got time to wait or whatever.
And we already started boarding. And look how much people it is. It is just too much people, basically. We should be okay though. Maybe.
I'm waiting. They finally start boarding. Grandma is on the plane, calling me saying, where you at? Now at this point in time, I'm like, okay, I think it was like 30 minutes left. I'm like, dang, like, cause they closed boarding like before takeoff, 20 or 15 minutes, right? I think it's like 20. So at this point in time, it's like, I got a cool 30 minutes to get to where I need to be.
All right, y'all, it's 7:07. I'm getting kind of scared. The flight departs at 7:45. It's still so many people in line.
Still waiting to the point where I was like making videos like, oh yeah, they tripping, this is crazy. Then it flipped into like, dang, I'm actually having a panic attack. Like, if I wait for this food any longer, I'm gonna miss the boarding. Mind you, we paid for a bag, so I had early boarding and I couldn't even use my early boarding. I don't like that. All right, so I'm like, okay, my heart racing. I'm like, dang, mind you, I'm far from the gate. I'm not near the gate, y'all. I'm not near the gate. So I'm like, okay, dang. If I wait, I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. And if this food don't come out in 5 more minutes, then I gotta leave the food. Child, had to end up leaving the food. That food. No, I don't think nobody freaking got that food. I had to write Burger King Corporation. I used ChatGPT to write me a little, I am very dissatisfied letter. Yeah, and I sent it to the corporate email. Yeah, period. I did.
I'm so sad I had to leave my food and everything.
Cause I paid my money. Like, it's not like you order and then you pay later. You pay right then. So I paid $20 and didn't even get my food, right? All right, cool. So I'm like, damn, I gotta leave the food. Let the food started running, right?
Let me tell you how I just ran through this airport. Let me tell you how. I had to leave the Burger King.
But then I saw a convenience store. I'm like, dang, it's still a 5-hour flight. Like, we have not eaten nothing.
Then I went to a convenience store.
And this is not gonna be cute, right? So I'm like, okay, let me stop at the convenience store. I grabbed some cold sandwiches and some water and a Gatorade. Child, the girl at the counter is taking her sweet time. I'm like, oh my God, it's like 3 people in front of me. The lady is just swiping so slow. Then, like, probably like 5 more minutes pass. I'm like, bro, like, I have to go, right? So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to leave this here. We're just gonna be hungry on the flight. Then she was like, okay, cool. She was like, if you paying with card, you could go to the kiosk and pay. I'm like, okay, bet. So I left. I go to the kiosk. Why the kiosk not working? So I got out of line, and people got in front of me. But this man saw that I was panicking. He was like, you can cut in front of me. I was like, thank you. Oh my God. Then so there was only 1 more person in front of me. So I'm like, okay, hurry, hurry, hurry. Like, she's still taking her sweet time. Finally, she's swiping, swiping, swiping. I get up to the front. She swiped my stuff. I pay. I'm running. I am sprinting through the airport. Mind you, I got my personal item rolls. So you know them nerds that be Naruto running in the cafeteria in the hallways? Yeah, that was me. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, bro. And my wheels is a little squeaky too. So I'm Naruto running. I hope it's Naruto. It's Naruto, right? Okay, anyway, you know them men be running like that? All right, cool. My wheels squeaking. I'm sprinting. Everybody looking back at me like, okay, they standing here and I'm behind them running, and you know you can hear the squeak. People turning around like, oh, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, bro, I be laughing at people running to the airport, and then you know what they say, life comes full circle. So I'm running. Mind you, I got a cool 5 minutes till they close the boarding ends. I'm running. I'm trying to get to grandma calling me like, where you at? I'm running. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm running. I made it.
Running through the airport. Grandma talking about, hurry up. But I made it.
I did. You thought y'all was gonna leave me? No, I made it into my seat. All right, cool. I'm out of breath. Okay, I had a window grandma had. We splurged a little bit and paid for our seats too. So I had a window, she had an aisle, right? So I'm in the seat. I'm hot and sweaty too. Oh my God. Y'all know that feeling when you just was running to your gate, and you finally get in the gate, you sit down and you get in your seat and you sit down, you like, and you out of breath and you be like sweaty, but you know you gotta sit in your sweat and stank for them hours. Yeah, it was too much. So I'm just sitting there breathing hard, retelling the story to grandma.
Lost my shoe. I almost didn't make the plane. She's like, this is the last call. As I'm running, I'm sprinting through the airport. I ended up giving grandma her sandwich and her water, my sandwich and had my sandwich and my water. Tell me why that came out to $35. 2 cold sandwiches and water came out to $35. So man, mind you, I spent $20, didn't get my food, then spent another $35, and we ain't even left Florida yet. Okay, cool. Like, people bored and getting on. I'm like, dang, like, we might not have, it was only a couple people after me. And I'm like, dang, we might not have nobody sitting between us. Like, we might have lucked out. Child, why this old crusty lady come? I'm there like, there's no way that this lady is sitting in between me and grandma. There's absolutely no way. Like, that's not gonna be our luck. Oh yeah, that was your luck, babe. She come squeezing and groaning and moaning. And it was just so much. I'm like, and we gotta sit with this for 5 hours? Yeah, 5-hour flight, yeah. Then she sit down, put her bag underneath on the ground, bag fall over, all her stuff fall out. So I'm sitting there putting her stuff back in the bag, and I'm like, a lot of personal things like diapers and things was in there, and I'm like, okay, like, I get it, but like, ma'am, if you know you had all these things, you should have bought you a aisle, or like one of the big seats in the front or something. Like, anyways, towards the end of the flight, she start talking to grandma, and you know grandma talk to anybody, so she just talking to grandma, blah blah blah. They're talking. She talking about something. Yeah, you know, I don't got no COVID vaccine, and all I need is my Bible. And I'm like, you know what? At this point, get me off this plane. Get me off this plane. Okay, we finally land, made it, blah, blah, blah.
Dang, this was already a long vlog. Like, do I continue or do I make this a second one? I'm gonna end this. This is part 1 of the Arizona vlog. Part 2, and I'm not gonna make no part 3, y'all. Part 2, I'm gonna just go ahead and put it all pop, so we could just get it going, get it popping. Okay, cool. See y'all at the part 2. Okay, see y'all later. Bye.
Get them black, get them black, get them black, get them black,
money,
fuck them up,
I played,
get them right,
called,
tighten up,
get
right.